talk about the pastures now because it's a bit dry, but yeah, we get a lot of sort of native millet, paspalum and foxtail grass. I don't know the scientific names of most of them, but
so for the uninitiated, is it a mix of native and introduced grasses, or is it
predominantly native for the summer grasses? I think it's hard to establish summer pastures here because when it dries out, they don't survive.
Right.
Whereas we have a lot more sown winter, like medics, clovers, stuff like that.
Yes.
I think the winter species survive better. But the summer ones aren't too bad here. We get paspalum or we got phalaris, which is a
phalaris, yes.
Yep, so that's been sown. That does alright in summer, but yeah, mainly your natives like your red grass, all your spear grasses, native millet, warrego grass. That's a good one.
Warrego.
High in protein. So very good mix here. We'd have easy sort of that 8 to 15 different species depending on the time of the year all together. Which is good, and that's why it is good breeding country. Some of those grasses aren't great for nutrition, but they're enough to keep things ticking along.
And are they all self-seeding grasses, or do you have to oversow, or what's
self-seeding?
Self-seeding.
So for the natives, I have put out a little bit of. There's a new phalaris variety, an Australian phalaris.
Yes.
But it didn't seem to persist here. It did at the other block.
Yeah.
And a bit of chicory. I tried chicory. And same thing, it didn't persist for long. We get the few plants still pop up, but not enough to.
So when you sow here, are you broadcast seeding, or are you tilling, or are you line?
Yes.
All the above.
When I first come here, I bought an aerator, which goes on the back of the tractor, and I put seed boxes on that.
Yeah.
And it just chops the ground up a little bit, and
chucks the seeds in.
The seeds vibrate in, and they're meant to fill the holes and grow, and that wasn't too bad. And then I bought a John Shearer disc seeder, 3 metre pasture drill.
Yeah.
And that did really well, and that was mainly good for your annuals, like your I put a fair bit of oats in.
Yeah.
But it was just too hard on the machine here. This country's pretty hard for that. So anyway, I got rid of that. So now I just broadcast. I mix the seed in with the fertiliser and just flip it out on the back of a buggy.
Yeah.
So I bought that in 22 when it
the little buggy, little ATV.
Yeah. Bolts on the back. You put about 40 kilos in and just
away you go.
Yeah, it was really wet, which is a good time to do it. So it sort of made sense to give that a go, and I think that's the way I'll stick with this country. It's just too steep, too many rocks.
Yeah.
To so much really. I'll just get to the top of this. Oh, you can get on the way back. I was just going to say there's a lot of water must have come down here when they first sort of started farming here, because there's dams in every gully not far apart. So
right.
And even here you can see they've tried to stop this gully washing out. So. But that's a good way to see the soil types here. That's sort of, if you've got a little bit of that sort of pinky red in it, it does okay.
Yeah.
And you can see here, and you can see that even here, now that it's dried off, that's held on pretty well.
Yeah.
There's still a pretty good variety of grasses and weeds. But it's without the rain, it's still held on pretty well. And wasn't really hot, but we had a warm couple